Hello everybody, this is Mrs. Adam here with our first episode of the year, where I'm going to start just kind of giving you a background of some of the inputs and outputs that we're going to use. Today, this first episode though is just going to talk about what an input is and then the difference between a digital input and an analog input. So let's get started here. This first slide talks about what is an input, and as we know, inputs are signals that are sent into the computer. Okay, so common ones that you're probably familiar with like your Chromebook would be like the mouse, the trackpad, the keyboard, maybe a microphone. On the microbit, there's a lot of inputs that we're going to be using in this class. There's actually 8 different ones that we'll go through in the next series of videos and in class. The ones that you probably maybe have seen right now so far are the push buttons. So there's the little buttons that are on the front of the microbit. Those are considered inputs. There's some other ones too that we'll talk about later. So my next slide here is talking about the difference between an analog input and a digital input. This is really important to understand the difference. Not only just so you know what it means, but then also so you know what code blocks to use when you are coding the different inputs. So the difference between an analog and a digital is basically the amount of options that it's going to read or detect. So a digital input can only be either on or off, okay? And there's no in between. So there's only 2 options that a digital input can be, on or off. So 2 options. Analog inputs, on the other hand, can be a range of options. So there's many different options that can be true about the analog inputs. Now, when we use an analog input, since there are so many different options, we're also oftentimes going to be using a conditional statement when we code that into MakeCode. So right here, I just have some inputs that are like common in the real world that you're probably familiar with, and we'll kind of talk about why they're analog or why they're digital. So the first one is a light switch, and as we know with a light switch, you can either turn the light switch on or you can turn the light switch off. That makes it digital. There's only the 2 options, on or off. Okay. The next one that I have there on the list is a dimmer switch. So if some of you at home maybe have a dimmer switch which adjusts the light level, and so you can move that little switch up or down or turn the little knob to different levels around. So with the dimmer switch, there's many different options, so that makes it analog. Okay, another option that I have here is a garage door opener. So we know with your garage door opener, you probably just click a button, the door goes up, you press another button, the door goes down. That, once again, there's the 2 options, open or closed, so that is digital. And then we have a thermostat. A thermostat is analog because there's a range of temperatures that you can set your thermostat to. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense what the difference is between digital and analog. I have this review sheet here for you to look at, analog and digital. Digital data is represented as either yes or no, or true or false, on or off. We got here the push buttons. Those are an example of digital. Okay, analog, the data that ranges on a continuous scale. So there's several different analog inputs that we're going to use on the microbit: the flex sensor, the photocell resistor, the light sensor, and the pressure sensor. And like I said, they all send a varying value to the microbit. And so you guys are going to be actually doing 2 input challenges here today. The first one is the push buttons, and then the second one is a light sensor. I have tutorial videos over both of these posted as well, so you can look at those for further information. But I'm going to real quickly just kind of skim through the push buttons and the light sensor for you. So the push buttons, we know we can either push the button or not push the button. That will make it a digital input. Okay, and so push buttons are considered an input. There's 2 conditions. They're either pressed or not being pressed. The digital value is where we say 0 means it's not pressed and 1 means it is pressed. And then the other input that you're going to work with today is the light sensor. The light sensor is analog. It reads a range of light levels, and the range of light levels that it reads is from 0 to 255. 0 is really dark, 255 is really bright. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little further explanation of what the difference is between analog and digital. I'll say it one more time. Digital, there's only going to be two options, on or off. Analog, there's going to be a range of options. So there's several different possibilities that you can choose from. I hope that makes sense, and good luck with your first two challenges on the push buttons and the light sensor.